Well, that was a nice long break. Now let's get back to into it now.
Dan Hostler Forrest, a professor of media studies.
I completely forgot what we were talking about. I'll back it up. Alright. So yeah. Here it is. Reacting to the rest of this video made by a woman who eats cups. Miss Cup Eater. Oh, is it Mrs. Cup Eater? Let's do Ms. No, that's right. The in between. Ms. Cup Eater. She who consumes her own ceramic cups. Yeah. Yeah, even just for even if you're just doing a bit, that's kind of insane. Like, well, why would you do that?
Possess human levels of intelligence. The animals behave
Right.
like humans, too. They hold jobs as advisors. They stage elaborate coups. They get married.
One day you two are going to be married.
Yeah.
They philosophize on the nature of life and death. Dan Hostler Forrest, a professor of media studies and English literature from Utrecht University in the Netherlands, tells CBC Radio.
What did she say it like that?
Media studies and English, the nature of life and death. Dan Hostler Forrest, a professor of media studies and English.
She said it like she was about to laugh or something. Oh, the way she said that line.
Literature from Utrecht University. Dan Hostler Forrest, a professor of media studies and English literature.
Her voice suddenly got a bit higher pitched. I know that, one of those marketing people, the people in a ad that's trying to sell something. Uh, why did she say it like that?
Literature from Utrecht University in the Netherlands tells CBC Radio it's not about lions. It's a fable in which animals perform roles that we associate with human social structures.
Yeah, that is true. Mm-hmm.
So it paints a picture of a society in which power is defined biologically and in which the weak have learned to worship at the feet of the.
What? So it paints a picture of a society in which power is defined biologically and which the
Powerful. And the only way for the herbivores to survive in this world is to become the servants and friends of the powerful.
Well, I think that is definitely reading into it a bit too much. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The people, they want like, that was not the intention of anybody who was working on that film. And seriously, this is more ridiculous than saying that the Lion King ripped off Kimba the White Lion. And with that, you have the elements for a actual argument, but here, what kind of nonsense is this? This is definitely a prevalent problem with media analysis is when you think about something more than the people who were making it. Well, that was not the intention. And that okay, you say that it's an allegory. Okay, yeah. But and honestly, just, man, honestly, I guess it's more just, I don't know. They're just trying to, make a write a story. A story similar to something Shakespeare would make and all that. So honestly, if you want to analyze, see the way Shakespeare would. How did William Shakespeare view society and all that? Like, if you want to do this kind of analysis on The Lion King, then just study Shakespeare. Like, seriously, what is this nonsense?
In his article for the Washington Post, Hosler Forrest elaborates, mapping our own social hierarchies onto the pristine and neutral animal kingdom makes these power dynamics seem natural, common sense, and even desirable.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think you're supposed to, map society. I mean, the whole point of the story is about personal responsibility. That's what the whole point is. It's not talking about how society should work. It's about personal responsibility. Like the people in the audience are supposed to think and relate to the main character Simba and all that. Like they're not supposed to say, hey, let's form a kingdom and all that. It's not telling people that monarchy is awesome. And all it's saying is post only the message is being responsible. It's that simple. That's the entire point. It's a story about responsibility. Oh, these people are spouting nonsense, absolute nonsense here.
And by using
Like, sure, with some children films, sure, sometimes they there is a lot of thought put into them. Yeah, there is a well thought out philosophy behind the Kung Fu Panda films, at least the first three. But just because there's a philosophy in Kung Fu Panda does not mean that there's a super deep, in-depth philosophy behind The Lion King and all that. It's just okay. It's a fable dressed up as an epic. Made that is in the form of a Disney film. That is what it is. That is why it's successful. That is why it's good. And that is all it is.
Predator-prey relationships to allegorize human power structures, the film almost inevitably incorporates a worldview in which the ruler's power derives from their biological superiority.
That's that's why you shouldn't interpret. I mean, that's not a good interpretation. Okay, I can see why a person might try to take it and frame it in that way, and maybe even use it for their own goals. But that is just one way of framing it, and it's certainly not the way that was intended by the authors of the film. If anything, it's more of a misappropriation of a story.
The lions of the Lion King are framed as the rightful rulers of the savannah, while the hyenas are framed as the dangerous, mangy outsiders from the dark side of town.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
Rather than paint the hyena's destitution as, I don't know, the product of a bias system which rewards the lions at the hyena's expense, the Lion King presents the hyena situation as a consequence of biological predestiny, wherein the hyenas are simply too stupid and greedy as a species to pull themselves up out of the dirt. The hyenas are only...
Okay, I mean honestly, that just... I mean, the thing with the, no, okay, honestly, the filmmakers are not the smartest people. They definitely do not think things through. That is definitely a bit of a flaw in the film. No, that be honest, I think the whole logic behind it was, hyenas, they're, kind of scary, ugly scavenger creatures. That's the species. They are scavengers, and they're kind of scary and ugly looking. So all the filmmakers, decided to just use them as the villains and all that. Just there's not a lot of thought went behind the using the hyenas as antagonists and all that. I mean, honestly, the whole main antagonist of the film is actually just is a lion Scar, who basically just manipulates the hyenas into helping him usurp power and all that. So yeah, I mean honestly, the hyenas are more of a neutral force more than anything. Neutral force that is used by evil, and in the end, the main antagonist Scar, is ends up getting killed by the hyenas and all that. So I mean, yeah, I mean it's more so they're just there for a combination of comedic relief and to work as a plot device. Honestly, more thought went into Raditz from Dragon Ball Z than with the hyenas. Well, okay, that might actually not be true. Perhaps a little bit more thought went into the hyenas than there was into the character of Raditz from Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, I mean, the point is that one thing they have in common is that the primary goal is not to be characters and not to say any statement about life or society, but to be there as a plot device and to make the main villain look more evil and also provide a bit of comic relief and all that. Yeah.
Only useful to Scar as foot soldiers, too scared or stupid to come up with their own coup. As the occupants of Pride Rock, the hyenas are so lazy or incompetent, or both, that rather than hunt for themselves, they choose to leech off the hard work of the lioness hunters. Once the lion
I mean, honestly, that's a bit of a flanderation of hyenas, since, I mean, honestly, if there's one thing that hyenas are known for, it's the scavengers and all that. An important part of the ecosystem in real life and all that. But, the portrayal of hyenas is definitely a bit flanderized, and is definitely, a point of criticism for the film.
lions go on strike and the free welfare disappears, the hyenas simply go hungry again.
Scar, there's no food, no water. Yeah, it's dinner time, and we ain't got no stinking entrees.
It's the lioness's job to do the hunting.
Yeah, but they won't go hunt.
But why did the lions go on strike, you may ask?
Because there's no
Because
food.
Prey left to hunt.
He let the hyenas take over the Pride Lands.
What?
Everything's destroyed. Simba, if you don't do...
Yeah. Yeah. In order to, get his crew going, he decided to, make a promise to the hyenas that, if they help him, become king, then he will, make sure that they get, more food and all that. Instead of, the lions, hunting for the pride and the hyenas, eating up what remains. It's more the lions end up, hunting for the hyenas. You get the main part, while the lions get the scraps and all that. It's all so that way, Scar remains power. It's basically using the power of others in order to serve yourself instead of using your power to serve others and all that. So basically, the the whole point of Scar's character is to basically act as a contrast to Mufasa and all that. So, basically, the difference between the good king and the bad king, and Simba's responsibility to get rid of the bad king and take his and to become a good king like his father.
Do something soon, everyone will starve.
In service of their bottomless greed, the hyenas have forced the lions to overhunt their land to destitution. Once the lions need to feed the hyenas on top of themselves, the Pride Lands fall to ruin, as desolate as the hyenas' dark, shadowy place home. Perhaps the hyenas' homeland was once as lush as the Pride Lands, but fell apart the same way. It becomes
Well, that's a bit reading into it and all that. Like, I mean, honestly, we're not supposed to, think too much about, why the hyenas are the way they are. Instead, the focus is, more so on the main character and, what he should do and all that. Like, yeah, that's what the story is about. The story is about Simba. It's not about the hyenas. It's not about anybody else except Simba. That's the whole point of the story.
becomes clear that only our hero, the lion, can restore the Elizabethan natural order.
Don't you understand?
What?
You're
Can restore the Elizabethan natural order.
Elizabethan natural. What is Elizabeth? Okay, I assume you're talking about Queen Elizabeth the First here. What does she have to do with any of that? What do you mean, Elizabeth? What? What is that phrase? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, when I think of when I hear the word Elizabethan, I think of the period in English history when she was Queen of England. That's what I think. Okay, I think of that era and things that pertain to that era in history. What, like, how is society under Queen Elizabeth's rule unique different from the rule of other monarchs, at least in terms of structure? Because I mean, this is what you're talking about, structure, the Elizabethan natural order. That, I mean, honestly, I think that's a misuse of the word Elizabethan, a gross misuse. Maybe monarchistic or hierarchical. Why Elizabethan? What does she have to do with any of this? You can't just use big fancy words to and just inject big fancy words into script and think that if you do that, that immediately makes the script smarter. No, that's not how it works. You cannot just do that. That is stupid.
Order.
Don't you understand? You're our only hope.
Upon Simba's victory and ascension to the throne, nature rewards the lions with a rainstorm. Because, Doi, how could I forget? The hyena's rain was so poisonous to the natural world, they caused a drought too.
Everything's
Yeah, it's very much a bit of over dramatic and all that. I mean, honestly, that's why the best way to view this is more so as a fable, a fairy tale, and not as I don't know, a historic drama. Okay, this is not a historical drama. Okay, it's not supposed to be taken that literally. I mean, this is an example of why the whole idea behind this video is stupid, because that is the part of the whole thing. I mean, yeah, obviously, just this ring magically coming right after the main villain is defeated is kind of ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The hyenas being there, maybe causing a bit of drought is ridiculous. But that is not supposed to be taken this seriously. You're not supposed to think about it that hard. Yeah, so point at it and laugh and all that, but I mean, seriously.
Destroyed. There's no food.
Per The Lion King, the hyenas are starved outcasts because
Just because you know how to edit doesn't mean you have to edit as much as you do, and just because you are editing as much as you do does not mean that your video is automatically of good quality. Okay, yeah, you gotta be smart with your edits, you gotta be more strategic and all that. Like just editing funny clip or editing it in a slightly different way doesn't automatically make your video funny. You are not funny. You are not a funny person. Okay? You're annoying. You're pretentious. You're definitely a bit unhinged with the way you broke that cup with your teeth. But you're not funny. You're not a funny person. You're not funny. Stop trying to be funny. You at the very least, try something different. I mean, for somebody who definitely likes to analyze something, you definitely don't analyze yourself. I sense a severe amount, severe lack of self, of just self-awareness and all that.
even when handed a paradise of food and power on a silver platter, they simply cannot overcome their innate greed and stupidity enough to take advantage. In short,
Well, I mean, honestly, I guess it's good to say that's true about a lot of people in real life as well. They're like, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, if you hand somebody a bunch of wealth, that's not automatically going to make them smart. I mean, just look at what happens to people who win the lottery. A lot of times, they use up all that money pretty quickly by spending it on big, expensive nonsense that they don't need instead of using that money wisely, like, putting it into many different investments, investing in different things, and that instead they just splurge, they just spend wildly. I mean, honestly, that is definitely true. Like, just give somebody who lives in the poor side of town like $1 million or $1 billion. There's definitely a chance that they won't use that money wisely. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's always the possibility that you may find the exception and you may end up giving it to a person who actually is smart enough to use the money wisely. But you're probably going to give it to somebody who doesn't know how to use the money wisely. I mean, heck, even the rich people in charge don't know how to use their money correctly. Just look at Jeff Bezos. So he knows how to make money, but he doesn't know how to use that money to benefit society. Okay, I mean, honestly, Jeff Bezos. I mean, he's like Jeff Bezos is like the hyenas. Okay, yeah. That's right. Jeff Bezos is an hyena. Yeah.
Pride Lands fell because the hyenas dared to supersede their natural role and thus broke the circle of life. They are
Yeah.
not the victims of their circumstances. Their circumstances are a consequence of their natural state, as hyenas. Another
Yeah, that is what the film says. But again, I would not say that this film promotes fascism. I mean, and anybody who does is either reading way too much into this for their own good, or they are fascist who's trying to sell something. Okay.
relevant quote from Rutledge Dennis: according to the logic of the bell curve, blacks or other societal have-nots, because they have failed the Darwinist Spencerian survival of the fittest test, ought not to be given social consideration, remediation.
Oh my god. Okay, I see what's gonna go here. She's gonna relate the hyenas to black people. Oh gosh darn it. By the way, when I was thinking of poor people, I was thinking of poor white people, okay? I was thinking of, white trash. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of black people. I was thinking of white people, okay? White trash. Probably because I have more experience with white trash than poor black people, okay? Like, I live in a very white part of the world and all that. Very a white part of the country and all that. I mean, I have seen black people. I have befriended black people. Well, yeah, I guess you could say I have befriended. I mean, honestly, because it's more so they were more classmates than friends. But yeah. I mean, definitely on friendly terms. Friendly terms. Okay, well, what the heck am I doing? I don't know. Okay. Okay, if she's going to relate to the hyenas to black people, I just want to say that all the characters in the film are black. they're all African, so take that. Yeah, that's right. The lions are black. In fact, the voice actress for Child and Allah is black. The voice actor for Mufasa is black. There's black people, voicing lions who are in Africa, and the whole film is set place in Africa. So honestly, if we're saying that the hyenas are black, then by all means, all the characters are black. Okay, everybody's black. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I mean, honestly, because if you think that's ridiculous, then congratulations, you have some sense, you have some logic. Because I assure you that the creators of the film, sure, they were, may have made the meerkats have a lot of Jewish characteristics because they wanted to just make a bunch of Jewish jokes for some reason, but they did not have any intention to have any of the animals represent any racial groups, okay, whatsoever. And if somebody says, there are no Jews in Africa, congratulations, you're wrong, there are Jews in Africa. Because there are some Jews do live in Africa. Okay, in fact, there are some Jews that have black skin and all that. Yeah. There's black Jews and all that. Yeah, I'll look it up for you. Let's look it up, okay? Black Jews. Mhm. Yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Black Jew. Yeah. Significant examples of Black Judaism include Judaism as it is practiced by Ethiopian Jews and African American Jews. Jews who may be considered black have existed for millennia. Okay, yeah, that's right. Black Jews they've been around for millennia. Okay, so honestly, think about it. But that logic, everybody in the film is black. Okay, so if you're gonna say the hyena is black, then congratulations, everybody's black in the film. That's right. It's a rather revolutionary film, don't you think? To have a Disney film where all the characters are black.
Passion or compensation to level the playing field. This is Malthusian logic personified. Whites owe blacks nothing because, due to the latter's faulty genetics, any and all efforts to radically change their lives will come to naught. In The Lion King, the lions earned their kingship through their superior genetics. Other animals are only able to gain stature via a combination of friendship and servitude, while the ethnic minority-coded hyenas are relegated to the shadows of the world.
Ethnic minority
Through this lens,
coded.
you can see how the story of the Lion King runs parallel.
Okay, can you tell me how how they are coded as ethnic minority? I mean, what? I guess one hyena has a Hispanic accent. The other I guess sounds like a black woman and all that. But actually, let's look at the cast. Okay, the Lion King cast. Okay, yeah, 1994. Okay, yeah. Okay, good God. Okay, yeah, like I said, young Nala is voiced by a black person. Rafiki, a black person. Okay, and let's see. Shenji. Which character is that? Is that the hyena or is that somebody else? Okay, okay, yeah, Shenji. Yeah, that's the hyena. Yeah, okay, so yeah, one of the hyenas is voiced by Whoopi Goldberg. So yeah, black person. Mufasa, the goodest person in the whole in the whole film. Yeah, he's black. So yeah, Mufasa. Okay, yeah, everybody's favorite character. Voiced by a black man. Okay, Ja Zarafina. Huh. Okay, okay, who's Zarafina? Okay, Zarafina. I think that's one of the lionesses. Yeah. Nala's mother. Okay. Yeah, Serapi. Yeah. That's another one of the lionesses. Okay. Okay, let's see now. No. Okay, not okay. Cast. Okay, let's see. Hi, ni, as hyenas. Okay. I think I misspelled that. Okay, yeah, it's Hye. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got all the letters right, just not. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sure. Let's see. Who plays them? Yeah. Okay, Shenzi, Banzai, Ed. Okay, yeah. Okay, now who plays Banzai? Okay. Ban. voice actor. Oh, yeah, Mexican American. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. I guess one of the hyenas is voiced by a Mexican, the other a black woman, but like, the whole cast is ethnically diverse around the place. I mean, you got black people voicing the good guys and all that. Like, just okay, yeah. Ed. Let's see who voices Ed, and voice actor. Oh, Jim Cummings. Well, I don't know about you, but this Jim Cummings, looks very white. Has a very white name. Okay, let's look up Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings, American voice actor. James Jonah Cummings, an American voice actor. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Wikipedia article. Alright. So let's see. Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Tasmanian Devil. Okay. Yeah, Youngstown, Ohio. Okay. St. Columbia, grade school. Right. Personal life. Cummings has two daughters with his former wife Stephanie Jordan. The two were married from 2001 to 2011 when they were divorced. In 2019, they became involved in an acrimonious custody dispute, which Cummings won. Cummings also has two older daughters from a previous marriage. In an interview with the AV Club, Cummings. Apparently he's Catholic, but so yeah. I think it's safe to say that Jim Cummings is white. So yeah, one of the hyenas who according to you are supposed to represent ethnic minorities is voiced by a white guy. Like so one of the hyenas is voiced by a Mexican American. The other one is voiced by a black woman. But Ed is voiced by a white person. And also, one of the lions is black and all that. Like, is voiced by a black man. Okay, it's the kid version of the character Nala is voiced by a black person, a person of color. So, honestly, I really don't get what you're talking about. I don't get your point. Your point is stupid.
Parallel to the scientific racism employed by white supremacists. Story of hyenas are relegated to the shadows of the world. Through this lens, you can see minority-coded hyenas.
Wait. Okay, so let me read this quote here. So, at the bottom of the chain, three hyenas, Shen, Z, Banzai, and Ed, speak in African American vernacular English, Latino accent, and only grunts. Okay, first of all, you're racist. Okay, like that is just what the voice sounds like. The reason one of the hyenas sounds like a Latino is because that hyena is voiced by a Latino. The reason one of the hyenas sounds black is because she is voiced by a black voice actress. She's voiced by Whoopi Goldberg. And and the only one other, and the green one. I mean, okay, I don't know. Just Jim Cummings. They like it when Jim Cummings does funny voices and does funny things. I mean, so the guy, I mean, like, besides, what else was he going to just talk like, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh? That would just be weird and out of place. I mean, like, okay, the only characters to speak in, okay, okay. Honestly, I feel like this. I don't. Oh God. Oh my God. No, I'm gonna be honest. I think these guys might be a bit racist. Yeah, at least unintentionally. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if they're saying that the people who made this film are racist, then by their logic they are also racist. That I don't know. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, what am I even supposed to say to this? What am I even supposed to say to this nonsense? Oh my God, it's a kid's film. It's a Disney movie. And it's not even an old one. I mean, show me. I mean, yeah, like if this came out in the 1940s, then sure, you might have a point, but it came out in the 90s. The 1990s. The Clinton era politics. What are they saying? What is this nonsense?
Hyenas are relegated to the shadows of the world. Through this lens, you can see how the story of the Lion King runs parallel to the scientific racism employed by white supremacists. Some people...
Yes, I guess if you want to look at it that way, you can look at it that way. But just because you can interpret something a certain way does not mean that it's correct. Just because you can interpret something that way does not mean correct. And just because Timon is Jewish does not mean... Oh God. I mean, most of the Jewish jokes were made in the sequel and Disney TV show. Okay, so if anything, it's more like, people commenting on how Timon is a bit of a Jewish stereotype, and then doubling down on that, just because they find it kind of funny. Okay, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Just goddamn joke. Why? Why are you like this?
of course, virulently disagree with my analysis here. People like Michael Noel. Some people would, of course, virulently disagree with my analysis here.
Yes, I disagree with your analysis here. Oh God, no. No, don't lump me in with him.
Like Michael Noel's. Remember that quote?
Okay, look, just because I don't agree with you does not mean I agree with Donald Trump. In fact, honestly, I didn't even vote for Donald Trump. I also didn't vote for Kamala Harris because that woman is incompetent as all heck. Like, she definitely does not have any leadership skills. But I didn't vote for Trump, okay? I didn't vote for either of them, okay? I don't even like Donald Trump. In fact, honestly, I'm kind of pissed at him right now because the stuff involving, artificial intelligence and the Epstein files. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump. do not lump me in with
From Dan Hosler Forrest.
with
Well, people like
do not lump me in with Mike Knowles, okay? I oh my god, I swear oh god. Okay, just because I have conservative opinions on some issues does not automatically make me a Trump supporter. Okay, I mean, I'm not a fascist, okay? I'm not a fascist. Yeah, I'm very much against tyranny of all form. I'm against all kinds of tyrants, no matter what form they may take. They abuse the power. I do not like it. Okay, I mean, sister, I just talked about I just talked, bad things about Jeff Bezos. Okay, I don't like Jeff Bezos. Okay, I don't like the billionaire class. I think Elon Musk has the maturity of a child and all that. Like Elon Musk is acts too much like a 12-year-old boy, especially when it comes to naming things like Sissy, like X. Sissy, that's the best name he came up with. But then again, I guess X is better than what the nonsense he's named his kids. I mean, seriously, it's just okay. I mean, God, what is this? What have I gotten myself into here?
Forrest wrote an article for the Washington Post on the same topic, and Fox News was not pleased with the result.
Apparently, the new Lion King
and
the old Lion King are fascist, racist, and anti-Semitic.
Well, yeah, of course, Fox News would gobble that up because the whole thing is ridiculous, and Fox News loves to bash the liberals. So when a opportunity presents itself on a golden platter, they will take it. They will literally take it, and then they run with it, and even flanderize it. Okay, I mean it's like no duh. Fox News thinks it's stupid. It's Fox News, and that's what it is, stupid. And it's coming from. I mean, like Sissy talks about how. Congratulations, you have the intelligence of a BuzzFeed article. You stupid idiots.
They write this: as nostalgic as Circle of Life may make us feel, this bombastic scene is also a painful reminder of the.
I don't even find it that nostalgic. It's not even just nostalgic. It's just kind of a beautiful thing. I mean, it has beautiful music and beautiful imagery. Okay, that's it. That's just fucking. No, actually, I'm so annoyed that maybe I'll start eating cups now. Okay, is that what you want? Do you want me to eat cups like you? Okay, congratulations. Okay, I'm on the verge where I might start eating cups. I'm gonna just grab a mug and I'm gonna bite into it and break it because I'm that I've been driven that insane by this nonsense. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so. Oh man, watching this video was a mistake because it's insane. This whole thing is insane. What am I doing here?
Ideological agenda.
The Lion King is a wonderful story. It is about redemption. It is about grace. It is about endurance. It is based on Hamlet. It's based on the books of Genesis and Exodus.
Well, okay, well, I understand the Hamlet take, since, there are some, both the although, honestly, the whole thing with Hamlet, I mean, Hamlet is a tragedy, okay, sure, some of the plot points are similar to Hamlet, And sure, it does have, the same gravitas as Hamlet. I mean, it does, try to present itself in a Shakespearean way, and all that. It tries to present itself like Shakespeare. And yes, I have also made a bit of a Hamlet connection and all that. But honestly, Hamlet is a tragedy about an indecisive prince who can't make up his goddamn mind about whether or not he should kill his uncle or not. And I just but no, it's not based on Hamlet. Saying that The Lion King is based on Hamlet is the same as saying that The Lion King is based on Kimba, the White Lion. And based on the books of Genesis and I have no idea where he gets that from. I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh my god. Are you seriously going to say Are you saying that because I disagree with you, I'm like this idiot here? I assure you, I am not this stupid. I am not dumb enough to think that The Lion King is based off the books of Genesis and Exodus. I have read these books. I mean, sure, I may not be the expert on them and all that, but okay. So when in The Lion King does there are the Ten Commandments? Where was the building of where was the instructions on how to build the tabernacle and the Ark of the Covenant? And I said, well, where are the plagues? Where are the plagues, huh? What does this have to do with Exodus and Genesis? What does this have to do with Genesis? Well, because animals? Like, there's animals in this film, and there were animals in Genesis. Whoa! That's crazy! That's crazy! Wow! Wow! Wow, both Genesis and The Lion King have animals. Wow! Wow, that must mean that The Lion King is based off of Genesis. Wow, that's incredible. That's moronic. This man is moronic. You sis is the person who made this video. Sissy comparing people like me to this idiot. Can I just say
about fascism, but because the left right now has become so is Hitler. Everything they don't like is I welcome it. They go after the American flag. King, I think it's only going to help the right. Go after kingdoms. I welcome it. They go after the American flag, the 4th of July. Go after the Lion King. I think it's only going to help the right.
well, I mean, I guess it's not wrong. You have made yourself look like an idiot. And for some, the right is also very good at making themselves look like idiots. So, congratulations, you're both idiots. Another one for the centrists. Another one for centrism. That's right, people. Don't go to the extremes, because both of the extremes are run by idiots. Clearly, this video has proved anything. Is that both sides are stupid. Okay, so might as well just stick to the center. Oh my god, what? Okay, okay. Behold, I have won this argument because I have made you the show check and me the Chad. That is this video. This is this video. It is that meme. Okay, it's thinking that if I make this person draw this person as the show jack and draw me as the Chad, then that means I am right. No, that's dumb. You are as dumb as the people you hate. You have become that which you despise. You utter fool. You utter fool.
Like, wants to go after kingdoms. Like, Michael, my buddy, my pal. I'm pretty sure going after kings and kingdoms is the most American thing you can do. I mean, this.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say committing genocide is the most American thing. If anything, it's the most human thing because every culture is. Well, maybe not every culture, but most cultures have dabbled a little bit in the old genocide thing. I mean, just look at the Japanese. The Japanese, they committed genocide. The Turks, they do not like the Armenians, I tell you. And let's not even forget the most famous genocide. I mean, the Germans. I mean, honestly, you think about committing genocide is actually a very German thing to do. In fact, it's also a British thing to do. Okay, so that is kind of dumb, but yeah. Going out of the kingdoms is definitely a very American thing to do. Okay. Congratulations, you've gone you are Fox News. Okay, Fox News decided to pick on this because it's lower hanging fruit, and now you have also gone after lower hanging fruit. You have done the stickman argument. Listen, just because the stickman argument is a real person who exists in real life does not mean that is not a stickman argument. It just means that one individual is a freaking idiot.
Go after the Lion King. I think it's only going to help the right. I remember when I used to care about respectability politics.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I guess Trump did win the election, so I guess, I don't know how much it helped the right, but it certainly, helped a bit. Okay, well, whether you like it or not. So I guess he does have a point there, you freaking idiot. Yeah, you're both idiots. This is why I didn't vote for either party, for either, candidate. Okay, this is why I didn't vote for just either, Kamala Harris or Trump, because they're both idiots. Okay? That's why I didn't vote for either of them, because they're both idiots. They're both idiots. I am super grounded by idiots. I am now like Scar, and that when Scar from The Lion King, that the thing with this video is about The Lion King, that the one scene where he goes, I'm surrounded by idiots. Honestly, maybe, I should actually do what she does, and just edit that in. And in fact, how about I just start editing like crazy because that's what she likes to do. She likes to just make crazy ass edits and eat cups. She eats cups. Seriously, what was it? Without eating the cup thing. Why did she eat that cup? She ate that cup. She ate the cup. Why did she eat the cup? And so you call me hypocrite because I'm looking deep into the whole cup eating thing. But like, sure, fine. I'm overanalyzing things. I'm overanalyzing this moment where she does that, where she bites the cup and it breaks. She starts shutting it like an animal or something, and then breaks. She breaks her own cup. Why would you break your own cup? Why would you do that? It's just. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my gosh darn mind with this. I'm losing my gosh darn mind. Okay, now where do we even leave off? Okay, where did we leave off? Alright, let's go. Okay, right.
Care about respectability politics. Conservatives will call me nuts regardless of my stance on the Lion King because I'm me.
Okay, so you admit that you're nuts, that's good. I mean, honestly, I guess I'm also nuts. After you lose my mind after a video that does not deserve me losing my mind. I mean, this video does not deserve the amount of emotion it has made me feel, because of how stupid it is, but congratulations, and I guess we're all just crazy people living in a crazy world. Okay, fine. I guess just okay, fine.
But also because my egalitarian view of society as a liberal looks like a child's fantasy to conservatives who ascribe to the framework of sharks and minnows. For more on that culture clash, you can check out Innuendo Studios' video, Always a Bigger Fish.
In conservative thinking, this hierarchy is humanity's natural state.
Okay.
The American dream is here anyone can make it. No matter who you are or what you start with, you can become a billionaire. But a necessary component of this is anyone can, but everyone can't. We're not all going to be billionaires. There's a...
Oh God, should I make a part 3 of this? How long has this video been going on? Okay, it's been going on for now, so shorter than the last one. And I have gotten... Okay, well, I guess the... Oh God, I don't know if I can do this. Oh my God, this is painful. This is really painful. Oh my God. Have you heard of this saying that winning an argument against a smart person is hard, but winning an argument against an idiot is impossible? I think I might be experiencing that. But then again, who knows? Maybe I'm the idiot, and I mean, honestly, I guess I will admit I'm not the smartest person. That is something that I have to admit. That is something that I have no choice but to admit, that I am not very smart. I mean, I'm smarter than a lot of people, but there are so many more people who are smarter than me, who are wiser than me, who know more than what I know. And of course, no, just because a person is an expert in one field does not mean they're an expert in many fields. I mean, after like there's that neuroscientist who believes like crazy conspiracy theories that no person that no smart person should believe, but he believes it. So yeah, there's selective intelligence, like you're smart in one thing but dumb in another thing. So I mean, honestly, that is like me. I'm also like that, and also I'm just also kind of dumb and with a bunch of other things in general. Oh, because I am smart. I am at least decently intelligent in some things. There's some things I can be at least somewhat proud in. That can take some modicum of pride in. So I'm not an idiot. I am not an idiot. This woman, okay, she's not a complete idiot either. But oh my God, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I will not say that she's a genius. I will not say that that she's sort of my brain because she's smart. And she's, okay. That's not said. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this video real soon here, just regardless of whether or not it's just like I honestly, what if I should even try to finish this video? There's so many things I could be doing with my time instead of this stupid video. Instead of looking at this. I wish this video was what I thought it would be. I when I first saw this video, I thought it was going to be racist and anti-Semitic. Honestly, I wish it was anti-Semitic, because at least then it would be easier for me to show how stupid it is. But then again, honestly, but then who knows? Maybe we would be having just as difficult as a time if this was anti-Judaism or something. I don't know. I mean, obviously, this video is made by a woman who is a Jewess and all that. At least I believe she did mention being Jewish and all that. The very least implied it. Something. Okay, so honestly, I guess she more defines as a leftist or as a liberal and all that. So, does anybody want me to talk about how stupid the whole left versus right thing with politics is? And in fact, also the political compass thing. That's also kind of stupid. That's also is a very deeply flawed model. I mean, honestly, I think when it comes to politics, there's no right or left. There are values. Okay, there are things that people value on. Okay, that we need to stop seeing politics as right versus left, and instead see it on what does this person value, what does this person believe. That is what truly matters. Not, oh no, the conservatives, oh no, the liberals. No. What matters is what do you think is right? What do you think is moral? What do you think is good? What is bad? Well, that is what matters. Okay? I am done with the stupidity of modern day politics, especially modern day American politics. Of the elites are a bunch of stupid idiots. Okay? I'm done with the elites. We need to get a third party. We need more third parties. Okay, we need to abolish the two-party system. We need to destroy it, bring it down. Oh my God, I'm talking like a crazy political radical, like a crazy political extremist right now. I mean, I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna call it quits now. End of video. End of the video here. I hope you enjoy it. Follow me for part 3 and part 4 or something, or however it takes for me to finish this video. If I do finish this video, I'm gonna make more parts to this than I did for the Wind Blood Meridian video. You know, as anybody remember when I uploaded those that like 5 or 4 part or series on Halloween and all that. I don't know. I mean, I just. Oh, anyway, just Merry Christmas. It's funny, for that one, and it was multiple parts because the video was so long, and I barely talked and all that. I was just more just looking at a blank face. But here, it's taking so long because I can't stop talking. It's the opposite issue with it. Okay, well, with that I wasn't talking a lot, but with this I'm talking too much. Because with the Wendigo one it was more of a summer, but with it, it's me talking about just nonsensical politics. And is this Christmas special that I'm doing? Is this what I'm doing? It's not even about Christianity. It's about Judaism. I mean, I might as well this is more to do with Hanukkah than Christmas, and yet I'm going to be posting this on Christmas. This is going to be published on December 25th, the day in which we celebrate the birth of our Lord, Jesus Christ. What am I doing? Oh, God, save me. God, tell me what to do here. I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna take a break.